A fight for the right to be number one. It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a battle of the top two teams in the AFC West, as it'll be the Denver Broncos as they get set to match up against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few moments ago, the emotional leader of the Chiefs defense, Eric Berry, making his way out of the tunnel. He and his mates will get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run up past the 25 and no further. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty. It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. After the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. The numbers for Hill a week ago: 5 catches, 86 yards.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They'll toss it to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. That one complete to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A first trip to the red zone for KC. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion, went just shy of the marker. A toss play to Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try moving a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
A 10-play drive that time. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps? Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos out now 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last 2 plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
3rd and long. It's Keenum. Looking long for Thomas. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chiefs off going to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
So let me make sure I have this right. He's already found the end zone once, and now he's ripped off a big chunk of yardage here on this one. His confidence is awfully high. So now I've got to put myself in the shoes of the defensive coordinator. Do I go ahead and sell out to try and stop him and force him to do something different? Or do I risk him having a big monster day against my defense?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 20.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
False start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they won't fare. Better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And out come the Chiefs now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here we go. Green 39.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he goes nowhere. Second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And Watkins, you see him there, still down and slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
We call that a sack look.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Keenum on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. Again, Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now they'll run it on the toss. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he gained 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. In the second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start things out by looking at the AFC South. Indianapolis hosting Tennessee. And it's the Colts on top as that one approaches halftime. A touchdown pass there for Andrew Luck. From there, we head to Foxborough to check on the Patriots at home at Gillette Stadium. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Kirk Cousins has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. Golden Tate, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bird. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Mahomes now pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here.
Ready, green 90, green 90. Scared.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. He pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green 90, green 90.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, got 3. Here we go.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Biased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Green 90. Green 90.
They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Mahomes to throw, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They come out here in the I.
Green 90.
On 3rd down. That's Hunt. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here we go.
Mahomes going to throw. Flushed it. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Jaron Reed busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Back to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. David Johnson on his way. The 30. 20. David Johnson, 96 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting him to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And now here comes Kansas City. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off. But Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run again with Hunt. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, down at the 31.
Here we go now.
On the toss, there goes West. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Z. Ready.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now is Mahomes. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Ready, blue 45, blue 45.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Bronco defense comes up big. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Back near his goal line. Here's Keenum. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Green 90, green 90.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's got room. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50. Oh, now he bowls him over. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big run by Kareem Hunt. 41 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side taken in by Hill. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Zing, zing, zing. Zing, zing, zing.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And incomplete here on third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Keenum now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Keenum. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Keenum got to have this one. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Green.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Kansas...